Want to learn Chinese? In this video, I interview Gaby, a filmmaker and magician here in Xiamen, and he'll share some quick tips. Hi, my name is Kwadwo. I've lived in China for 10 years and I speak good Chinese. If you're new here, every week I interview expats and they share their tips about learning Mandarin, and I create videos and put them online for you to get good at everyday Chinese. This is Gaby. Where are you from?
Argentina, Buenos Aires.
Buenos Aires. Yeah. You speak the perfect Spanish, right?
We speak the right one. Everyone else is wrong.
Everyone else is wrong.
Just joking.
Okay, sorry.
Classic Argentinian.
Yeah. So how long have you been in China?
Well, I lost count, but about 14, 15 years, more or less.
Okay, that's what I thought. So what I would love and what they would like is if you could just share some tips about learning Mandarin. Maybe how has it helped you do what you do, and what do you do?
I'm a magician.
Okay.
I'm a photographer / filmmaker. I have a studio in Shanghai. Basically, I have 3 channels. I have one for my daily life, my blog. Like today I was filming with you before the interview. This is just my daily blog that I shoot whenever I want. It's not daily really, but kind of like daily.
I'll link to it in the description.
We'll link in the description.
Cool.
And then I have another one, it's just my magic, so only magic videos, which I update like once in a long time because I don't put all my shows, it's just the ones that are worthy and good.
That's where you show us all your tricks, right?
Yeah, that's what I show the magic.
Okay, great.
So I have that one, and then I have another one which is for my company, for my studio, in which I show some photo shoots or video shootings or commercial videos that I shoot, some behind the scenes of the shootings, and that's what probably gonna be my short film and the behind the scenes of the short film, but in the future, not yet. Rage Studios.
Rage Studios.
Yes.
So if you're in Xiamen or Shanghai and you need a professional videographer, get in touch with Gaby. We'll put links in the descriptions below and he can hook you up.
And you know, I also get to travel a lot because my job basically, I very seldom work here in Xiamen where I live. So my studio is in Shanghai, so I fly there like almost every week or every next week. Okay. And then every time I have magic shows, I work for big companies. So last year I worked for Cartier, which I have a tour through all China, 14 different cities. So I travel almost every week, one city, fly.
A tour for Cartier, and hopefully you didn't make their diamonds disappear.
Yeah.
So how good are you?
My Chinese is good enough for communicating.
Okay.
So it is more than good enough for what I do in my job. So if I do in magic and I'm talking to my audience in Chinese, I know how to like make people laugh by telling them jokes.
Hey.
Which someone maybe you're good, very good at Chinese, much better than me.
Everyday Chinese.
But I might tell some jokes that I might throw you off. You might not even understand them because I study very specific for what I do. The same happens with photography and filming. I might know stuff that you might like thinking, you might understand, but not exactly because it's professional language. Okay. The same happens with my magic. I mean, I do jokes, I do stuff. I know certain words of different magic moves that I sit and talk with another magician, and we know what we're talking about.
Right.
So for what I do, I know what I'm talking about.
And the professional language, you know,
the professional
for your
language
industry language.
So that I study it, even so I don't know how to write anything. Right? I mean, like I know like 100, 200 characters. Something worth mentioning, I see many people watch your YouTube channel, right? Okay. They're probably watching from abroad and thinking, oh, maybe I will go to China and study. One thing that maybe nobody talk about it is about this.
What is this?
My left hand.
Okay. Yes.
I'm left-handed, which means writing is 10 times more difficult.
Oh no.
They push you to write with the right hand. So if you're left-handed, you're gonna run into this difficulty that they're gonna push you to write with the right hand. The characters in Chinese, they were designed for a right-handed person.
Really?
Yeah, check it out.
Sorry, so left-handers. I'm right-handed. I never had that problem.
Yes, exactly. Try to do it with the left hand. For example, if I write the alphabet and I do the A, I probably do this, while you might do this. Right? But in Chinese, the characters are supposed to have a direction, right? Yeah. You cannot do left to right. You have to do right to left, for example. So they were designed for right-handed.
So what did you do?
Well, no, I can write. Basically.
I'm so sorry.
It's just one. But not so sorry. It's okay.
So if you're left-handed and studying Chinese,
harder.
Don't do it.
A lot more difficult. No, do it.
Still do it. Still do
it. Oh man. Some people overcome it.
How did you study?
I never really study. Like most people, they go to university, right? And they study day and night, right? Non-stop. I didn't. So it took me like really long time to be able to say one sentence, something like a year or 2 years to say a freaking sentence. Well, it's probably for you after half year, you're gonna start talking with people, right?
Well,
more or less, maybe
yeah.
a year.
Yeah.
And it's also like I'm not confident enough because I never study. I don't know if I'm saying it right or wrong. I just pick it up by ear. So I remember working on a bar. Funny story. That's how I learned Chinese, in which a person will go and say, "Give me a cup." And like give a napkin, you know, like yeah.
They're like, no.
They're like, "Give me a cup."
No.
I'm like, "Oh, sure." You need like I don't know, bring like I don't know, the toothpick. They're like, "Give me a cup." You know, like, "Jeez, what is it?" They're like, bring it.
Yeah.
No, I learned the hard way, you know. So yeah, it's something that other people that study, they might feel like this suffering of studying day and night.
So somebody, when they're studying,
Yeah, they might feel the frustration of having to study and hard, right? But it paid off. It paid off at the end. And sometimes I wish I could have studied in university. Like,
it's okay. You were a professional when you came here, right?
Yeah.
And so I tell people, and what you did is you learned in context, which
Yeah.
means maybe you didn't get a chance to study at a university, but you still know how to connect with Chinese people.
another big advantage, I would say, and I'm pretty sure about this one because 15
Yeah,
years
tell them.
here.
Tell them. What's the big advantage?
The big advantage that I have over people that study in university is that I can talk on a way that Chinese people will think that my Chinese is better than yours.
Okay.
Because
Right.
I learned Chinese by eating barbecue in the street with Chinese people.
Right.
So they will talk with some like slang,
Yeah.
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 That maybe you study in college and then you follow books. But I follow the street language,
Right.
So I live in Beijing 8 years. So I might arrive to a place and say, "Hey, come on." But you will say, "Ni hao, pan yo," right? You're
Yeah.
more straight
Right.
into a
你想
line.
做什么？
Yeah.
朋友。
But I have this thick Beijing accent. I
Right.
used to have, right?
Okay.
And I have the slang, like say like "Kommer," "Churama," like with the accent. So people will think that I speak very good Chinese against someone who studied even 3-4 years in university.
And they feel comfortable with him because
Yeah,
he can
yeah,
speak how they are used to speaking.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Yeah. Then maybe I go into a conversation and it will happen that I get lost and maybe you don't, right?
Right.
Because you know the whole thing.
That's okay. Share your recommendation for a professional who's in China and now they need to learn Chinese, but they work during the day and they don't necessarily have the time to study full time. What tip would you give them to do?
Well, this is the thing. In China is so big. You live in Shanghai, you live in Beijing. It's not the same as living in Shanghai. And I live in all three cities, right? You live in Shanghai, and what's gonna happen is you're gonna be surrounded in this little foreigner bubble, surrounded with foreigners, right? And try to break the bubble, pop the bubble, get out, meet Chinese people, make Chinese friends, and make Chinese friends who do not speak English, because everybody speaks English in Shanghai, right? And you feel comfortable, and it's nice till you get out of Shanghai, till you get out of Beijing, right?
Yeah.
So I'm sure there's many Chinese people that would like to be your friend. So try to get out there and make some friends who do not speak English. Pop the bubble, get out of this foreigner environment. The same for people that live in Beijing, Shenzhen, the big cities. Xiamen also have this situation. Many foreigners that just surround themselves with other foreigners.
It's easy. You feel comfortable.
Of course, you feel comfortable, but it's not going to help you.
You have to have a little hardship if you want to learn Mandarin.
Another thing is I go into a big effort of meeting other magicians, other filmmakers that do not speak, well, it's more easy because it's more specific, so not all magicians will speak English, right? Actually, none of them, almost none of them, yeah. So I try to make an effort to go meet them, learn what they do.
So wherever you're at studying Chinese, especially if you have a full-time day job, get out of the foreigner bubble and meet Chinese people. What is the most useful Chinese phrase for you?
没办法.
Maybe. You're gonna have to explain that one.
Yeah, 没办法 is like that's the problem. There is no translation for 没办法, right? I don't think there's a literary translation. It's like it would be like literary translation would be no solution for a problem, and Chinese people use it so much. It's like you go buy something at the moment there is not, and you will say, where else can I buy it? And people will say 没办法, and they solve the problem.
Right.
Actually, it's solving the problem by not solving it, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, and people is content with that. In China, people say 没办法, and they're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, you give them a little hand wave. 没办法.
没办法,
Yeah,
that's
it's
it.
over. That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
No questions.
Yeah. No question asked. It's
So
kind of
I
funny,
guess
yeah.
learn that phrase
Yeah.
and learn to deal with that phrase.
learn
Because in
to,
the beginning, I'm thinking there must be a way.
You're a
Nope.
foreigner. When they say me bamba, you will go crazy for the first year, right? Like,
Oh,
what
absolutely
the hell?
crazy. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You will go crazy because in our culture, you try to solve the problem. It's like you go buy bread, they have no bread. It's like, okay, at what time will you have? Where can I buy? No, maybe bamba. But they solve the problem. No, in Western culture, you say, no, I don't know where, but maybe you can ask the neighbor. Maybe he might know. You
Right.
try to get through the problem, you know.
Yeah.
But here it's just maybe bamba.
Me bamba.
That's it.
So this is Kwadwo
This
at
is Kwadwo.
elementarychinese.com. Good study. Day up.
They are.
All right.
More or less.
More or less.
Yeah, more or less.
Whoa.
Whoa.
From Hungary.
This is the serve point. We're in a Hungarian restaurant. This is my friend Jojo. And look, some nice.
When's the best time to start learning Chinese? Now.